Yeah, welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a fabulous week. We are almost a hump day, which is tomorrow, okay? But I have been having a great week, just been busy. I've been trying to keep my videos going. And I said, I have a little time this evening. I wanted to go live and chat with you all, talk about some things that came out on today. Okay, make sure you tap that like button. Let everyone know we are live. Okay, let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Sweetness, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, sis, and for being first in the building. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining on today. It has been hot here. Oh my gosh, y'all, I step outside and I'm like, wait a second now. What's the degrees? Because it definitely feels like 150. Okay. Oh my gosh. So y'all, we're gonna get into a couple of topics. Hey, only one Lola with the info. Hey sis, good evening. And look, I didn't know Shelly was going live. I had set my live and then I saw in the chat, she said she was going live right quick. So y'all, I don't know if Shelly is live now or not. So I was like, we try not to do that. And lo and behold, I went to say I'm live and I'm seeing she's live or possibly going live in a little bit. Hey, Andrea, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, y'all. So first, I wanted to get into um, breaking news in regards to Tamar Braxton. Okay, now y'all know Tamar as Toni Braxton's sister. She was used to be her background singer, used to be on the talk show, The Real. And to be honest, I feel like she was the realest one. Okay. I hated when they got rid of my girl Tamar off of that show. But she has pretty much come into her own, has had her own show, her own music, and so forth. And well, maybe she's not yet. I thought she was because she had said she was, but maybe not. And so, y'all, she did a post on her IG that really was disturbing. Let me pull up a picture of the IG. Make sure y'all tap the like button as I'm doing that. Let everyone know we are live. Also, if you would like to support this channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, cash out, which is scrolling on the screen, or buy a coffee. And Lolo has put that link in the chat. Let's see. Okay. All right. So on her Instagram, this was posted. Okay. Let's see. Andrea said, "Oh wait, you're live." Oh, yes, I'm live. You thought it was a premiere? Hey, Kansas 66, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. Let me take that off and make it bigger. I'll put those up in a second so y'all can kind of see. Let me move this. Okay. Okay. All right. So Tamar, she opened up about a terrifying health scare that she actually suffered over this past weekend. Okay. This R&B singer posted this message to her Instagram story on today. So she just did this, y'all, right before I went to pick up my kids from school. I was gonna go live, but I couldn't at the time. I was like, golly, because I was gonna go live and talk about it then. But she had just posted this on her Instagram story, and she had revealed that she almost died on Sunday following a near-death encounter, which she woke up and pretty much found Wait, hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Which, let me say it like this: she was found in a pool of blood, as she describes it. Okay. Now, Tamar is still searching for answers as to what exactly transpired, during this moment. Because if you're waking up and there's blood around you, you don't know what happened. That in itself can be scary. Okay. And now that this has transpired, she has now a new perspective on life following this serious accident, which has left her with a fractured nose and the loss of multiple teeth. Okay, so let's read this. And welcome to everyone coming in. Hey, Rhoda, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, she said, I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. As the days go by, the worse it is. I fractured my nose, lost some teeth, and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened. So, y'all, when I first read this, it made me think back to my mom. And my mom used to have epilepsy. Okay. Now, I was going through some comments under one of the posts as well, but a couple of things could have transpired if she doesn't know what happened. Okay. Now, hey, I don't know if it was any foul play. Aside from that, we haven't heard anything about foul play. But hey, Rebecca, welcome. When my mom had epilepsy and she didn't have any warnings. Some people, thank you, Lolo. Yes, let me say this. The disclaimer: the live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. When she would wake up, um, she, I mean, depending on, because she had no warning, she would just fall. Okay, wherever she would just fall out. And so they would last, not that long, maybe 2-3 minutes, and she's out of it. They can't see you or anything. Eventually, they start coming to. So imagine you just black out and you wake up, and sometimes she was in the hospital because the ambulance had taken her to the hospital. Sometimes people were over her trying to get her to come to, or anything. And so uh, that's a scary part in itself, to black out, if that is something that possibly happened and you don't know that you blacked out. You just fall wherever you are. And if she had gotten a fractured nose and missing teeth, she passed out really, really hard and hit something like hard. Now, there was a doctor, alleged doctor, under the comments, and was stating that this sounded like a stroke because she has lost mobility. Now, one thing, with the epilepsy, my mom didn't really lose mobility, but after she would have a seizure or so forth, then she would get weak. She was very weak. It makes you tired and all of that. And so, the blood was probably from teeth. She hit it hard, her teeth, and her nose is probably bleeding. And they really don't even have a lot of details as far as how long she was there, because someone came, and I guess she woke up, a friend came and woke up, and she was looking around and she's in a pool of blood. So either like a medical emergency happened, or some type of foul play. Now, a lot of people, I did notice under the comments, were not really believing this. They were saying that she does know what happened and possibly does not want to tell people the real reason. I mean, we don't have any proof of that. All we can do is go by, she said she doesn't know what happened. She just woke up in a pool of blood with a fractured nose, lost some teeth, and some mobility. Okay. Now, Rhoda said one of her sisters is trying to sacrifice her too. Oh Lord, Rhoda. Okay. Hey, girl. Nowadays, I don't put anything past anybody. It's so much weird stuff that's taking place. I wouldn't put it past anyone. But that is like really, really scary. So she's pretty much still searching for answers as to what exactly transpired, but has a new perspective on life after this. And, you know, I'm pretty sure if this is something that she wasn't aware of, y'all, they may, because if you fall out and you go to the hospital, right, and you give them some of the symptoms, they would have possibly already checked to see if she had a stroke, because they can tell that information, and they can also tell from brain waves if you've had a seizure as well. They have different tests that they can tell, you know, those types of things. So if you eliminate those two, if she's not able to, unless she just doesn't want to say it, then what else is there? You know, that is really scary. That's really, really scary. um and you know, she was just saying that she struggled to write that to tell everyone. Now she also has shared on her story Bible verses, because you know, you do have a new perspective on life. After something like that, you could have been out of here. Okay, she could have basically been gone. So she's been sharing like Bible verses on her story and so forth. And she said that she's counting her blessings as Clavier's Spirit Lead Me soundtrack, the background of one of her posts. So yeah, and she just said, thank you, God, for waking her up today. Now she's pretty much been active in 2025. She has been on the road for a North American tour in the spring with October London. And then she also dropped off a single in May with You on You hitting streaming services, and she performed that at the Essence Festival in July. Okay, so wow, I didn't even, y'all. Did y'all know about a single? I didn't even know she had dropped a single. Hey, Queen Tandy, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, Amanda. Thank you, ladies, for joining. Okay, Amanda, thank you. First Denise, then Tracy, and Tony's money is low again. I'm side eyeing these people. Okay, hello, because y'all, I didn't even know she had a single out. Interesting. And yeah, you have a point. Hey, we were already talking about that with the Malcolm Jamal Warner situation, and now, you know, different things like this, you have to pretty much be careful. Now, she's been also open, y'all, about her health struggles in the past, and she revealed in 2012 that she was diagnosed with vitiligo. It's hard for me to say that. Vitiligo. How do y'all say it? Is it vitiligo? I've heard of it. Vitiligo. It just sounds funny when I said it. Okay, so she said she was diagnosed with that in 2012. Now, isn't that when you can lose your balance? I'm wondering, you know, did she lose her balance or something? And when she went out, she hit her head and then didn't remember what happened. And then she also, I don't know if y'all remember her on Dancing with the Stars. After that, in 2015, she had to withdraw from the competition because she was diagnosed with blood clots. Now, I do remember that because I watched that show back then. And I was so, man, she was trying so hard. And my heart was broken that she had to leave the show. And at that time, she had blood clots. Hey, Darlene, welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Cancer 66. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, oh, well, wait a second. Well, I'm talking about the wrong one. Oh, vertigo. That's a different, okay, got you. Thank you. She's saying vertigo. Is that the skin issue? I'm getting those two mixed up. Thank you, Rhoda. Okay. Thank you. Okay, because that came back to me when y'all said I was about to say, well, child, that could have been what. Thank you, Amanda. Vertigo is when you lose your balance. Okay, thank y'all for clarifying that. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, losing pigmentation. That's right. Because y'all remember she went through that whole little part where they were saying she was trying to be white and things like that. Okay, that's what Michael Jackson had. Got you. I do remember that because she was going through that when people were talking about her. And oh, I forgot about that. So that was back in 2012. And then she had the blood clots in 2015. Wow, a loss of pigmentation. Okay, thank y'all so much. Because baby, I was struggling with that part. Because I was about to say vertigo is the one when you lose your balance. Okay. I was about to say that could have been the reason, but I don't know. I just hope she gets to the bottom of that because she has a child, and then even for her own health, if you're passing out and you don't know when you're going to pass out or anything, you have no warnings. There are certain precautions, she might want to take. So I'm just praying they get to the bottom of what happened. But it seems like, if she lost mobility, y'all, because it was, like I said, it was a doctor in that chat, and the doctor said that sounded like a stroke. But I thought that if you go to the hospital, they check for that. If you give them the symptoms, mobility and passing out and things like that, that they can check to see if you actually had a stroke. So, I don't know. I don't know if she got it checked and just doesn't want to tell people. But then my thing is this: if you go this far to tell us anything, okay, then you would tell us something like that. Now, some people are also saying that allegedly it could be like a publicity stunt to try to get more support for her new single that's out. So I'm not going to say that because, like, hey, child, I wouldn't want people wondering if it's something serious like that and they're talking about you trying to do a publicity stunt. I would hope not. Okay. Because I didn't even know, to be honest, I didn't know she had a single out. I don't know if they've been promoting it a lot, but they said that she performed it at the Essence Festival. So those that went to the festival, then they probably saw it. So prayers up for Tamar. Hopefully they get to the bottom of what's going on. I don't know if she's still dating her her boo. Okay. It was one of those things where it was on again, off again, on again, off again. So I don't know if they're still dating. If they are, where was he during that time? And all of that. It's just a lot of unanswered questions. So hopefully she gets to the bottom of that. But shout out to Tamar Braxton. Okay, so let me take this off of the screen. Thank y'all for your patience. And we're about to get into this next part. Oh my gosh, y'all. So Amanda said, I got to get back to work, but this happened the night she was hanging with Funky Dineva in Atlanta. Funky heavily dislikes black women. Look into this. Okay, okay. Sis, thank you. Okay. We'll definitely do that. I appreciate that nugget. Let me write it down in my notes. Y'all know I keep a whole notebook. Okay. Let's see on that. Now that's something interesting. I will look into that. Hey, Kay Brown. Thank you, Amanda. I hope you have a great evening. All right, so I don't know if y'all remember Bring It. Okay, I know I do because it was one of my favorite shows with Coach D and the Dancing Dolls. Okay, they have a slogan DD4L. Okay, if you want to be ghetto, is DD4L. Okay, if you want to be ghetto with it, in the hood with it. Okay, well now I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Like after the show ended, I was surprised because it was very popular. A lot of people watched it, right? Well, it ended, and some of the people that were on there, the moms, hey, blessed beyond measure, welcome. The moms and Coach D, it seemed like they had a close relationship. The girls, a lot of them grew up on that show, and we came to know them, see them behind the scenes, see them in their personal lives and so forth. And so when it ended, we kind of didn't quite know what happened with everyone. Now, every once in a while, Coach D, I know on her social media, she would share updates. Like she would go and watch the girls perform. Yes, girl, me too. Perform. They were in the marching band. The not the marching band, but the dancers. What do they call them in college? Majorettes. I think sometimes they call them majorettes or whatever. But she would go and record them and so forth. But then after a while, you would see less of that. Okay. Now, at the beginning of this year, and now here was another thing y'all wasn't in the know of until now. There was a new show, bless you, a new show on Brandon TV. Okay. And basically it was called Encore. So the fans of Bring It would have basically gotten a reunion with Tina Jones. Now, remember that was Kayla's mom. Kayla Jones, her daughter, Mimi Harris, which was Cameron's mom, and Cameron Harris. And they were returning to the screens in this new series. Okay. Now, Coach D was not a part of this series. And that could have been why a lot of promotion was not done. I'm not trying to throw shade at them or anything, but it's a different type of show. Like I think a lot of us fell in love with, the competition of it, Coach D's personality and all of these different things that went on with that show. Well, this particular show is different. Okay. They're not just out there dancing. The girls are grown up, then they're moms. Okay. So they basically, take a trip down memory lane. They reflect on their Bring It days. But the real excitement came when they shared where they were now, okay? And a lot of things had changed. So during the show, Tina had shocked fans with the announcement of her divorce, proving she's stepping into a whole new chapter of her life, okay? Because she had gotten married towards, I think, the end or a little after it ended. Kayla was preparing to welcome her baby, and she already, I think she has two now. She has, I think, two babies now, or one baby, but she even documents her own journey on YouTube as well, making it a truly special and transformative time for her. Cameron revealed her dream of opening a dance studio in Louisiana, keeping her passion for dance alive in a whole new way. And then her mom, Mimi, was stepping into entrepreneurship with plans to open her own hair salon. Okay. So it's kind of just giving glimpses into their lives. Okay. Hi, Aqua Queen. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Some of those girls were unalive. Yes, I heard about that, Rhoda. Yes, I do remember because Brittany, she was also one of the moms there, and she was sharing updates on her social media that some of them had lost their lives too. Okay, and that was scary. I don't know what happened with that. And so, y'all, I was just minding my own business. Trying to just focus on some stuff. And lo and behold, I've been kind of getting my TikTok up and running. Okay. I've been sharing more stuff over there, getting into that community. And a video popped up, and I said, no, wait a second. Hold up. Because I know these ladies are not into it. Okay. And because they were so close, especially Mimi and Coach D, because I believe that they were friends. Now, before we get to that, I wanted to show you all a snippet from Encore, the show on Brandon TV.
I even know what's on my plate. I got old bad habits, unnecessary opinions, bad subconscious thoughts.
Oh, that's a
people
good
who
one.
piss me off.
Yeah. I just wrote people.
Lack
Period.
of love. Lack of confidence. Needing approval.
I'm trying to figure out as I'm side-eyeing this plate over here, why does she feel like she has so much to complain about?
Where did all this come from, though?
Clearly, your child has had a lot of pent up aggression and things.
Anger.
I guess this was her moment, child.
It was. Baby, this was her time to shine, honey.
Right.
Never want to be a bandage. They use me as a bandage.
Oh, we gotta put on a Ghostbusters outfit?
You stung me like a bee, and you put your sting like a piece of art, just like a piece of heart. Take a seat and have a sip of my elixir. I'm gathering my jar of heart. It's a piece of art.
This is some funny shit.
Okay, so that was kind of like a little sneak peek into that particular show. And so it shows more of their stories, the moms, the two moms and the two daughters. And then they would bring on like Coach D. She came onto a couple of the episodes as well. All right, so let's get into fast forward us to now, okay? And this is all kind of taking place over the past 6 days. Okay, now I did a video earlier, and so I have all of the videos lined up in this video. So if y'all kind of hear me stopping and talking, it's on the video, not me live. Okay, but I'm going to pause it because we got to talk about some of the things that we see and read. Okay, let's get into this. Hello, and welcome to the Open Book. This is your host, Lakeisha. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. So, y'all may remember Coach D, okay, Diana Williams, that was the lead coach on the hit show Bring It. And Coach D did not play. She did not play about the girls getting the dances done the right way, and she did not play about her girls. Some people love the no nonsense fiery part of her, and some people may have thought, oh, she's going in a little too hard. Well, recently there has been some DD4L drama taking place, and that is now coming forward more so because of this new show that they have called Encore on Brandon TV. Now, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I did not even know that there was another show. Where there are some things that are coming out, because I know over the course of these past years, we would hear some things here and there, but it was never really brought to the forefront as to why Bring It stopped, or were the ladies still close and so forth. Well, Mimi Chandler, which is Cameron's mom, and she's the one there on the right of, well, let's see, the right, if we're looking at the screen, okay? Right next to Coach D, her mom was one of the faithful moms that we would see on the show, and it appears as though her and Coach D had a good relationship. Well, y'all, my mouth dropped to see some of the things that are now coming out that we may not have known about. So let's get into this.
About mine? No, darling, it don't work like that. It don't work like that because two can play that game. Real talk. But I don't speak on nobody else's fucking kids. I ain't gonna speak on nobody else's fucking kids. You do. You always have. Let's talk about it. You remember that night you slung that girl and wanted that DD4L jacket off of her? Marcasian. You remember that night you slung her on that ground? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Coach D.
Ooh, now wait a second. I was like, was that on one of the episodes? Because I don't remember Coach D slinging someone on the ground. But y'all remember during these shows, these reality shows, there are some things that take place that we don't know. Okay, the producers are responsible for putting out what they want to put out. So behind the scenes, we really don't know everything. But Mimi was close to Coach D. She would stand up for her, even when the other moms, I don't know if y'all remember, even when the other moms were kind of coming for Coach D or had, you know, a little beef or trying to say little slick stuff, Mimi seemed like she was always on Coach D's side, okay? And so this part here really caught me off guard because I'm like, oh, shoot, she's about to tell stuff that happened that I don't know if they aired this part or not, but I don't remember Coach D slinging anyone. So I was surprised to hear that it had gotten to this point.
Let's talk about it. See, you ain't telling every fucking thing. You ain't telling everything. I can fuck your world up. You ain't telling everything. But I'm going to tell you this time and this time only. Leave me and my child out your fucking lips, out your fucking dick suckers. Leave them out. And I mean it on every fucking thing I love. Leave it. I'm through with you. Block me, block whoever the fuck you want. I don't care. I'm through with you. I have been vouching for you since fucking Encore. Talking about the relationship we had. We weren't fucking. We was just friends. Wasn't no relationship like that. I don't like fucking pussy. I like dick. Let's talk about it. I've been vouching for you on that fucking show. But you talking about loyalty and tradition. Fuck, what? Tradition left when you had them two fucking fire-red ass ponytails in them kids' head. That ain't tradition. That's a mess. That ain't tradition. That lady was right. That parent was right. But you got mad about that because she said something about it. You can't get mad at me. Ain't no NDAs, ain't shit. Ain't nothing. Y'all leave Bring It where the fuck is at. Leave Bring It where it is. I ain't said shit about Bring It. I denounce myself from your team. Leave me out of it. On mama and them, leave me out of it. And I can get my mom online too. She ready for your ass too.
Ooh.
Leave me.
She said she denounced herself from Bring It. Okay, now that in itself, y'all, that's another part that was shocking to me because her daughter, Cameron, was a huge part of that show and dance team. And Cameron pretty much grew up on that show. To me, it was hard taking her seriously because she always has like this grin on her face and she's like a little girl. Even now that she's grown, she still reminds me of a little girl. But, you know, that part that she's saying, look, I'm not even a part of that anymore. Like, we're denouncing ourselves. And I'm like, well, wait, why is the mama ready to go off on Coach D? Okay, girl, you telling about your mom ready? She been waiting to go off. See, let me say this. You will find out a lot about how people really feel about you when they get upset. Okay, let them get upset. That's when the real truth starts to come out. So now she not only has a whole problem, but she's saying, oh, and my mom, she's been waiting to go off on you too. I was like, well, what happened with the mom?
Me out of it. Leave my child and my name out your fucking dick suckers. You can't miss them. Leave them out. And I mean it. That's the last fucking time. Fuck you, fuck your spatula, fuck anything you about. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Wow. I have never seen that side of Mimi. And Coach D has her own spatula line too. I don't know if y'all knew about that. And this is the first video that I came across. Oh my goodness. So y'all, I went back and we're going to look at a snippet of an interview that Coach D did on Brandon TV that may give a little more background as far as, you know, what is Mimi talking about? What did Coach D say about her child?
Hey, child's football games did you come to? How many of my child's, his mass performances at school on Fridays? How many programs did you come to of my child?
When you did not come to my daughter's graduation, that hurt her, killed her. Cameron had been there since she was 9 with you. In the dollhouse with the lights out, teaching this, teaching Princess this, teaching that. But when you didn't come, she can look on live, your live, see you at everybody else's.
I was not able to attend Cameron's high school graduation because we were filming for the TV show.
We're on a mission to give 2 million people all around the world clean water.
And ain't nothing changed. I said what I said, and that's a fact. I don't tell them people what the hell to do with a damn show. Cameron was going to a different school that was not a part of Jackson Public Schools, and even if I don't recall her graduation, and even if it was JPS's, I don't remember right off the bat, but I remember her graduation being on a separate day. But that year it was at Jackson State, and you had multiple Jackson Public Schools graduations that were happening on the same day, one at 10, the next one at 12, next one at 2, next one at 4. We were not filming that day. So I was able to attend everybody else's because we were not filming that day.
Right.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to say, fuck you, bring it, I'm out. I'm in breach of contract.
Yeah.
I think that, Mimi's issue is not just about me not being there. It's about Cameron's graduation should have been covered. Yeah, I feel like it should have been covered. She's a major cast member on the show, but I don't decide that. Like, I am not a writer on the show, because if I was a writer on the show, half the shit that we did, we wouldn't have fucking did it in the first place. So to be held accountable, because she's been there since she was 9. Hell, Kobe been there since he was born. How many of my child's football games did you come to? How many of my child's his mass performances at school on Fridays? How many programs did you come to of my child? How many Pop Warner football games did I miss of my child? Mm-hmm. So I hear what everybody else is saying, but don't off on my own child and try to push my child to the side as if he doesn't matter. Yeah. Nobody's child is bigger or better than Kobe Jalen Williams. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of everybody trying to put their children over mine, because that's not a thing. Yeah. It ain't never been that. Yeah. I always made y'all feel like y'all was important because I cared about y'all. But y'all got Kobe up. Understand that. Mm-hmm. He's always been first. So to try to hold me accountable, oh, she didn't come to my graduation. What have you come to of my sons? Like, let's talk about it.
Wow. So y'all, I agree with some stuff that she said. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Because even during the taping of Bring It, y'all, we remember her son was young when she started off, and he was growing up, throughout the show too. But there were times when he would have events, and she was there because they had competitions coming up and all of that, and she could not attend some of his events. And so, and I agree, like, even with graduations, and we all probably even know in real life, there are some graduations that overlap, and it's hard to support everyone. And so she was in a contract with Brandon TV, and during Cameron's graduation, they were taping. And so, like she said, it would be a breach of contract if she said, oh, I can't come and tape with y'all because I have to go to a graduation. They would probably be like, huh? And that's sad. I'm pretty sure it did make Cameron feel a certain type of way, because she grew up, and it was on this dance team and very dedicated and loyal to the dance team. And so Coach D was going to all these other events, graduations, dance competitions, and so forth, but she can't get to everything. She's only one person, and so that would make it hard to go to all of the girls' graduations, okay, or to all of their competitions. And then, like she said, this thing should not be one-sided. Okay, if I'm coming to, not that they have to, but if you want support, sometimes you have to think to yourself, am I also being supporting to other people? Okay, if I'm asking for, oh, I need you to be here, I want you to be here, but are you there for the people when they need you also? So I got both, sides of that, and I get why her feelings were probably hurt. Now, I do think, Mimi, you were exaggerating that, talking about Cameron almost died. I was like, girl, Cameron didn't die, okay? Quit saying that. She did not die. Her heart may have been a little disappointed or hurt, but no, she did not die. All right, let's continue. Wow, so Coach D did make some great points. I noticed about 6 days ago, she came to her Facebook page and she made this post. You may have to pause it some as you read, but y'all, some of the moms must have looked at this and felt some type of way about some of the things that she said. Okay, so let me pause it, and I'm going to read for y'all what it says, okay? Because some of y'all may not be able to see it. All right, so it says, this was August 13th. If I didn't have to be on social media, I wouldn't be. My parents live in another state, and my mom is 70 and has always told me if she ever misses me, she can log on and see my face or hear my voice. My dad says the same thing. Yes, we have phones and they can call, but sometimes I'm working or they just don't want to bother me. If I didn't have to be on here for business, I wouldn't. It's so much death and anger and hurt and despair and negativity and drama. It's been so much over 15 years since I even created a Facebook page, an Instagram page, a Twitter page, and recently got on TikTok that I really see how confused the world is and how rage bait is the new thing. No one listens for clarity or understanding. So many just attack with malicious intent and enjoys reveling in the pain of others. That's not my life and it's not who I am. I've said so many times, I gave you guys a part of me for Bring It. And I only showed you what I wanted you to see. And I told my husband the other day that was my mistake because the harder side of me is the only one that you know. We all grow and change. And the person that I was in 2017 is not who I am today. Some people say I've gotten soft. I would just say I grew up. I teach my son to speak for himself because I didn't have a voice when I was growing up. The bullying, though, or the bullying through middle school, part of high school, and 3 years in college developed the person that I became. Constantly having to take it and never saying anything built up a volcano inside of me. I don't know why I even talk anymore. I always appreciate these reminders as it helps me to continue to navigate through my own personal journey and peace that I have been fighting for. My retirement was not about me not wanting to coach. Now, pay attention to this because I love my job at one point. My retirement was about me being tired of all the other aspects of the job from entitlement, expectation, lack of accountability, constant blame when it's their fault, and more. Seeing a person develop and grow and begin to believe in themselves was a passion of mine because I knew what it felt like to not believe in me and to have somebody pour into me help. Life has a way of making you slow down, and God has a way of getting your attention when He wants you to pivot or when He sees that something no longer serves you. I agree with that. It's not about the passion or the job He's giving you no longer serving you. It's about you completing the task personally, and the journey must continue without you. You aren't tired. Those three words said a lot. I'm tired of trying to explain or to even be understood because what's the point? I pray that everybody that is on a personal journey not allow triggers or their peace to be disrupted is not worth it. Now, I feel like I have to start over. I can't help anybody else with anything else. So please don't ask me. Woo! That was a whole mouthful. Okay. Are my comments stuck? Hold on, y'all. Because sometimes that happens. And sometimes I'll be up here talking and y'all have just been typing, and I just want to make sure. Okay. So she wrote that long post on her Facebook. Okay. So let me start this video back and then she's going to talk about this.
Because if you truly thought that I was worried about what somebody else was saying, let me ease your mind right now. Let me ease your mind. Let me ease your mind. I could give a fuck about what people say.
Now notice the screenshot there is of the post that I just read for you all. Okay.
Or think or feel. Just because I address it doesn't mean that it's bothering me or I'm holding on to it. Just because I'm clocking somebody's tea does not mean that I sit up in here and I'm like, oh my God, they're talking about me. I could, baby, when I tell you I'm so unbothered. So unbothered. And I know you mean the best for me because you want me to be okay, and I love you for that. I love you for that. But when I tell you I wake up yawning, scratching my ass, maybe even fart a little bit every morning. Every morning. Every morning. And I'm chilling. Every morning. Okay? I'm telling you, I'm good. But sometimes you gotta let people know.
So I'm not sure if Mimi started feeling some type of way because about 5 days ago, she made this follow up video.
Somebody get me that mad to where you can't breathe or you feel like you're having an anxiety attack and your chest is closing up. It's like, now I gotta put my hands on you, but by the grace of the good God, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. You can say I'm too old, you can say what you want. I'm never too old to protect my children, ever, ever. I'm gonna protect my family. You're never too old to do what I knew I saw something. What is that, a net? Yeah, I know you're never too old to do what you're supposed to do when it comes to your children. They didn't ask to be here. So they never get, again, in my opinion, they never get old to where they don't ever need you. They can say they don't, but y'all haven't lived. You haven't lived yet. You haven't lived. So at the end of the day, again, I understand. I have a big personality, huge. And I get mad, but I don't get mad like that.
Who child? So that is a lot that's taking place. And something I agree with what Coach D said. Back in 2017, she could have been at a different place in her life. And now, we're in 2025. She may have changed. That may not be the same person. But, it does help if you were once close to someone and it looked like they had a genuine relationship on that show or friendship, then it seems like, you want to talk about things and communicate and see what really happened. And so now we're seeing some of the things that were taking place behind the scenes coming to the front. I must say, I just hope that they can work this out. I'll be on the lookout for any other details or information about this. But hey, I am DD4L. Okay. Okay. So that was the end of that video. But yes, y'all. So I know even as soon as I believe this past weekend, let me see what date was this. Child, Coach D had her some wine, had her hair done, and was still popping off. Okay, August 17th, that was 2 days ago. She said, I guess she went back and looked at her video and said she does not need to drink wine anymore. She was going off. Let me see if I can pull this up right quick. Hold on. It's gonna have music. That's okay. I'm not gonna show it. But her channel is Diana Williams. Okay. And y'all, she is actually coming to the DFW area, Arlington, Texas. Okay. Is 2 weeks away. She's coming Labor Day weekend for her dance group, Buck or Die. It's like a competition where she hosts different dance teams. And I went to it 1 year and it was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. And I think I was starstruck because they let you take pictures with the dancers. I was able to take pictures with Kayla and all of that. But hopefully, now that it's out that was bothering Cameron and her mom, was trying to take up for her, they got that out. Hopefully, they can move on. But y'all, Brittany, I don't know, in that video, I cannot find it. But she also made a video. Now, what was her? It was her niece that was on there. What was her name? Christiana? Was it Christiana? Well, she went or did just a quick video and said, "Oh, y'all, Mimi going off over there." And she said, "Yeah, so now it's just not me, it's someone else." So obviously, Brittany and Coach D have had some problems that I guess have not really been put out yet. But that's what I'm wondering with all of this coming out, will that spiral? And the others, have something to say too. So this is quite interesting. I still love, Bring It. I really wish they would bring it back. But Encore, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it if I can watch, this last season and just kind of see what the girls are doing, because that was quite interesting. I know I do what was her name? Sanjay and her twin sisters. I do keep up with them and follow them on social media. So they're doing great. It appears one of them just had a child. So they're all doing some great things in their lives. Yeah, but I don't know if this friendship, I don't know, will ever probably be repaired, but at least some forgiveness, possibly. Okay. Yes. Right, Sienna. Is it Sienna? Sienna. Yes, I agree. She has been consistent. Now, I would like to hear her side of the story because y'all remember, even on Bring It, didn't her niece go to the one of the rival teams at one point? I think, yeah, she did. Because I was like, why is she moving her? So even back then, there were some things going on. Okay. And Brittany has been on social media. So I guess she was just waiting for the others to start speaking. She was like, hey, look, I told y'all. And hey, Coach D, like she said, she was a different person back then. So, but you know what some people have a problem with? Some people, I was noticing underneath the comments, some people have a problem with her not really apologizing and taking accountability for what she has done. Now, I don't know, how true that is, but that could be one of the issues. Were there some things that she could have possibly apologized for that she did not apologize for, and so forth? So I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye out for this, and I'll keep you all updated. Thank you all so much for joining on today. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because you never know when I'm going to go live. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. A Cash App is scrolling on the screen, or a coffee, and that link is in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you all have a blessed day, and until next time,
Bye.
bye-bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.